Toronto Police Sergeant Jack West is about to hand in his badge after 40 years. During his time on the job, he's covered many cases, including the Rainbow Motel shootout on Lakeshore Boulevard, which used to be an infamous hooker stroll.
When I was a very young boy, I used to watch police officers. I had an inquisitive mind. I always wanted to know what they were doing in the community. And I recall at age 11, I told a neighbor actually that when I grow up, I'm going to be a police officer. So that stayed with me, and in 1974 I joined the Toronto Police Force at that time, October 1st.
At age?
At age 20.
So you've been a police officer in many capacities. At one point in your career you were out patrolling the notorious Lakeshore Strip with hotels, hookers and drugs. What was that like?
That was one of my best police experiences of my career. There was 18 motels on the Lakeshore. I was involved in a lot of disputes, family disputes, drug transactions, a lot of prostitution in the area, removing suspects, hold-up men, people wanted for homicides from motel rooms. I was involved in 2 shootouts while on the motel strip area.
Can you tell me about the Rainbow?
The Rainbow Motel was very interesting. There was a Porsche parked there, and we were wondering what is a Porsche doing in our motel strip area. So Earl Skipon and Kathy Geach, 2 officers, knocked on the door to communicate with people in the room. At that time, the door swung open about 8 inches. It was held by the lock inside the door. And suddenly the door swung open. There was 2 males with firearms shooting out of the room at Earl and Kathy Geach. I was not far away, and the emergency task force was called in to assist. During that time, there was 413 shots fired out of that room at the police. The ETF were involved in an arrest, as was I, of one of the 2 suspects. He was taken into custody, and he was searched, and I found certain evidence on him that would put him out to a double homicide in Nanaimo, BC.
So this is just part of a very long 39-year career. What is it that you're going to miss most about policing?
Probably just working with people, the community members. I'm definitely going to miss the members here at 54 Division. I've developed a real good working relationship with both. We have a community police liaison committee that represents different areas of 54 Division. It's been a real good working experience, and I'm going to miss working with the people both in the community and with the officers that I work with. So times have changed. When I first came on, we did a lot of walking the beat. Today it's mostly involved in responding to radio calls, and the officers are in the cars, and it depends on what division you're working at. Some divisions can afford to put more officers out on the beat. And
what advice would you have to a young officer just joining the force?
I would say be a good listener, keep an open mind, don't prejudge people, and remember you're not only involved in law enforcement, you're involved in a people business. So a lot of respect. We're not to be put out there to be punching bags to anyone, but we're out there to listen to people, help people, and a variety of different concerns and needs. So be respectful, be a good listener, and most of all, perhaps, is to use common sense.
West says what he'll miss most is the bonds with his fellow officers and interacting with the community. But he plans to stay involved with the community through volunteer work. For the Toronto Sun, I'm Kevin Connor.